Welcome, everybody. How are you guys? Um, okay, so we have a fun afternoon planned. Devin's trying to get the other device logged in so that we can move around. So we are going to do a demo. We are going to do a demo of Scrappy Trees. And I know that I've done this demo before on the scrap tape, which I do love the scrap tape. But I really can't find my personal scrap tape that I use for demos because I took it to the retreat and I don't think we've unpacked those boxes yet. So I did a whole experiment with a different method. So we're going to show you that in a minute as soon as Devin gets the devices hooked up. Welcome. So if you're new to watching, I'm Beth with Fabric Chicks, and we go live every Monday and Wednesday at 4:00. And we do auctions. We acquire random sewing stuff, sometimes not even sewing stuff, but all kinds of stuff. Somehow it ends up at our shop. We actually just rented a pod. So we have a 4,400 square foot shop that is so full of stuff. We have had to, we rented a pod to kind of store stuff until we get to it. So we're going to be having a lot of extra auctions this winter. We're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff. So if you're new to watching, it's super easy. Can you change the banner real quick? If you're new to watching, it's super easy to, I can't talk and change the banner because you got to think about it. So it's super easy. Here, I'm going to get this out of my face. It's
super for me. I need your computer to do it.
It's super easy to shop with us. All you have to do is comment S is you committing to buying it, and how many of them you want. If we're doing an auction, you just have to type S and you have to type what you're willing to pay for it, and then the auction goes just like any normal auction. Okay, Devin's got the banner scrolling. Let me see. I've missed a comment. Candy says, hi, I'm at home today. Surprise. Well, and I see Jackie's not with you. So if you're watching, you tend to become part of our family. And so we know. So it's bizarre that Jackie and Candy are not in the same place. Today is November 24th, Tina. It is Monday. If you guys missed the lives, I can't with the two screens. Hang on a second. Let me just put one screen on. If I don't even know where we are at this point. If you missed the Quilt Show Reno interviews earlier, we interviewed Quilt Tony. She is the Pixel Quilter. We interviewed her at noon today. It was kind of a spontaneous one because she does her actual lives every Monday on Twitch. So we interviewed her early, but go back and rewatch her. She was super interesting. And then also we just finished interviewing Cindy Myers and Linda Hahn. So they went over what classes they're teaching at Quilt Show Reno. So you're going to want to go back and rewatch that if you missed it. Mary Lou, I'm glad you saw the interviews. They're kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see into their sewing rooms and to see what they're working on and the different things that you might not necessarily see if you were just taking a class or if you just heard of them. So it's kind of fun to see their backgrounds and what they're doing. Okay, so I do have one thing before we start the demo. I have this. This is free. I do not know what it is for. But I think if you're into foundation paper or something, I have 3 rolls. I just found a bag. It's 3 rolls of this paper. I'm not sure what it's for. So if you're interested and want this paper, it is free. So if anybody wants this bag, 3 rolls of paper, kind of like brown paper bags, but it's kind of finer. So if you want that, just type in you want the brown paper and we'll get that to you. Oh, it is for painting. It is. Interesting. You learn something new every day. Okay, so follow me. We're going to do 2 quick demos. One I'm not actually going to do a demo of. I'm just going to kind of show you and reintroduce it to you so that if you need to make quick Christmas gifts and you want to use up your scraps, this is a perfect way. You do want to join us next Monday. We are interviewing on Quilt Show Reno. We're interviewing 2 teachers, but we're also interviewing Vicki from Workman's. She is a vendor, and she's going to be doing a fun Christmas card scrappy, use up your scrap demo. So Monday at 3, you're going to want to watch that. So follow me over here. Devin is coming. We did demo these, like I told you. We did demo these cute little Christmas trees last year. So we're going to be doing these again. Look at how cute this little one is with your little baby scraps. So, want me to switch it?
I'm waiting for you to be done
I'm
using
done.
it.
I'm done. Sometimes working with your kids is so trying. Okay, so we're going to show you how to make these quick little easy Christmas trees. And I used little spools. And the shop is a mess, but I'm not. It's always like this. We're just like spread too thin at this point. But we have these cute little trees, and these ones I actually laid the fabric down onto scrap tape and then free motion quilted all around it. So today I'm going to show you, I laid it on Steam-A-Seam, which is a fusible, just because I couldn't find my scrap tape. It's in a box from the last retreat that hasn't gotten unpacked and put away. Or maybe it is put away, and that's just such a foreign concept for me at this point in my life that I didn't even look. But no, I don't think so. It's in a bin, I'm sure, somewhere. So I decided to use fusible. So what I did is I took all my scraps, and these are all scraps literally that I saved from somebody's trash can. So you're going to have these scraps, or you're going to find out your friends throw away big scraps of things. So I save all of this stuff. These little pieces of batiks I save for when I do confetti. I love batiks for confetti, and that's a different demo, but I use it a lot in landscapey stuff. So I always have a bag of stuff. So all this came out of this cute little bag. So I did iron it before I laid it on my fusible. And then just for the essence of time, because we got lots of auctions, I already free motion stitched this. So you can see how it's kind of crazy stitched all over it. You can see it here. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably not going to like the fact that I left the paper on the fusible thinking I could just rip it away, but it's going to be in a Christmas tree, so it doesn't really matter. Most things in my life are not that important to fret over. So I'm going to show you real quick. What I did is basically I took a piece of, you could take any foundation to build on if you wanted, or you could use the scrap tape, or you could use a fusible. And so I just pulled out of my random little box like this, and just say I start like this. Then I take the next piece. If it's not ironed, I would iron it. So just iron it real quick because you don't want it on your project. And then your interfacing or whatever you're using, you're just going to start to build like this. If I find a little piece like this, I might kind of just butt it up like this. I don't want purple. So I'm just going to go through my scrap bag and say I don't want so much of a big piece. I might just iron this and then cut the piece I want, like maybe right here. And then I would lay this down. I don't want to waste anything, so I might just lay it down like that. So you get the idea of what we're doing. I'm going to lay this down here, and I'll answer questions in a minute. Devin's on the phone, so it might be hard for him to read the questions, but I'm just going to lay this down wherever I can have the least amount of waste, because even though they're scraps, they're still precious. Fabric is not cheap. So you can see here I've got another weird piece, but I kind of like to save my batiks. This here had a lot of weird pieces, so I just cut off the weird pieces and then I kept the good piece, because I don't really want to use up my good fabric for this, but I would not use like this piece here. That's too much. That like just needs to go in my scrap piles. So I'm going to just cut off maybe like right here is a random piece. So I'm going to cut like that. And I don't even care that it's got weird edges because I can build over the weird edges. So you see how you get the concept of laying stuff out. I might just take this and put this. I kind of like the weirdness of it, so I might just put that underneath there. So you get the idea of laying it out with your scraps. Okay. Then I'm going to take it over to my machine, and I've got a free motion foot on my machine. This is what a free motion foot looks like. So anytime you're going to do random stitching, you don't need to just go straight. You're going to put on a free motion foot. I do not drop my feed dogs. Some machines you have to drop your feed dogs, so that's a personal choice, and you have to experiment with that. So I'm going to put this right here, and I am just going to crazy stitch all over it. I've pretty much already did it, did the stitching before just so that I could speed this little demo along. But I always pull up my bobbin thread, and I'm not going to say always, but I try to always pull up my bobbin thread, okay? And then I like to stitch with my foot, my needle in the down position, if your machine has that, because then if you stop, your fabric doesn't slip. It stays right where you had it. So it's kind of like having a third hand. And so then free motion, you can see I can just kind of go anywhere. So say I want to go backwards. And then I will cut this thread. Sometimes I like to keep all my threads to do other things with, but not today. So I'm just going to free motion stitch here, just so you get the idea of what a free motion stitch is. And some stitches will be long, some stitches will be short. It just depends on how consistent you are. Like say I'm not really moving the fabric, but I'm still stitching a million miles a minute. I'll get that short, tiny stitch in there. So if you move too fast, you're going to get longer stitches. If you move too slow, you get shorter stitches. In this case, it really doesn't matter because you are literally creating art here. I do not know. I used to have a pair of scissors. We did quilts for soldiers on Friday in here, and we had 8 ladies. And I don't think only Phyllis brought her machine. So I had to find machines for everybody. So I was stealing feet from every machine we own. Okay. We have the Frankenstein machines here these days. So I'm going to just fold this in half to create my trees. And I'm going to use my 60-degree ruler. And I'm not actually going to do this because we want to get onto the auctions. But I'm going to, well, I am going to do it just so you can kind of see. I had to dump out from my scrap bag all of my, so this is my random scrap bag. Some of them are strips, but most of them are like bindings or something cut. You can see I got lots of those little triangles. The strips I usually try to save for scrappy tape. This could definitely be thrown away. I'm not sure where that came from. But so that's kind of what my bag of scraps looks like. Then I'm going to just take this, and I want to go this way because I need a front and a back to sew for my triangles. So you need triangles, and I am going to line these up here so that the bottoms are the same. And then I think you know how to do the rest. So I'm just going to line this up with the corner so I can get the biggest tree possible. And then I'm actually going to flip this over so I can get another tree. And the fusible did help it from sliding. So I might do the fusible again because once you do a tree, it's not going to really matter that the the paper is in there. You won't even know. And then I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to line them up. I'm going to sew from here. So I'll start like this. Let me see if I've got a Sharpie here, a pen, just so that I can show you. This is Peggy's trick. If you stitch here and then your 1/4 inch, right? If you sew like start here, go up, then stitch, and then stitch all the way around. Then when you come back, you're gonna stitch, 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 and then go down here like this. When you turn it inside out, it will make the opening flip in perfectly. So you don't have to work the edge to get it in. You know what I mean? If you don't, when you sew it, you'll say, oh, that's what she was talking about. So these are going to be, when I stitch it all around, my cute little trees. I have some vintage spools. So I do collect crazy spools. So with the bigger tree, this one is probably too big for this, but I think this would probably be a good size for this. So I'll put this in and that will be my tree spool. So I'll post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along later. These were the ones that we made last year. So I've got, with the leftovers, I'll make little baby ones. I'll make medium ones. I always try to make the biggest I can first with the scrap of fabric I've created, because that's basically what you're doing. You're taking your scraps and you're creating a new piece of fabric. So these are the medium size ones, and they're just on these cute little spools. So you can see those cute little spools. I don't have a pattern written up for this, although I should, because it's so cute and everybody asks about it. But you saw the demo, so you should know how to do it. I do have, if you need the little spools for the baby trees, I do have these available. S47 is $6.99. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little spools. So 6 little spools. We're out of the medium-sized spools. I'm not sure how. My inventory is all in my head. So I'll order more of the medium size. So today we only have the small ones. S47 is for the darker colored one, and S46 is for the lighter colored one. So 6 little spools in each one, S47 and S46. And then another really quick and easy, I've shown you guys this before, is the demo for, oh my God, Mary Lou has watched every day for like the last 25 years. No, but for quite a few years. Mary Lou, I have shown this demo many times, but I'm excited that you're excited to make them. Sometimes I do a demo and you're just not ready to absorb it. The other one is Doris's pot holders. So everybody can use new pot holders because you know how they get burned, they get grungy, they get yuck, and we save them. So use up your scraps. You can do coordinated or you can do totally scrappy. If you need the pattern, it's S45 and it's $6. S45 and it's $6. And you can put the Insulbrite inside of it so that it's a little bit more protective for your hands. But here are some samples. You can make them small or you can make them bigger. You can literally make them any size you prefer. And all we've done here is sewn together scraps. So this, you can do it on scrappy tape or you can just do it on a muslin base or however you want. There's many different ways to do pretty much everything that we do in sewing, quilting, crafting. So I do love to use scrap tape, but you could use muslin, you could use interfacing, you could use anything you want. Or you could, I think that for Doris's mom, so Doris's mom makes all of these fun. I'm going to show you, just if you could point the camera down to the table. While I'm talking, I'm going to show you how fun it is. She started with kind of a fun fabric and just built around it. If you need a demo on how to do kind of a crazy quilting, these are just scraps. But this one's a crazy one. She started with a centerpiece and then just kept adding to it. But she also will build on jeans. So the center might be jeans. It could be anything. She upcycles everything. But they're very sturdy. So we have sold a ton of these. I think we started with 100 of these, and this is all we have left. So if you don't want to use up your scraps because you're too busy, but you want cute little stocking stuffers or gifts, or you're going to visit a girlfriend for coffee, you could give her a couple of pot holders. S35, they're $6 each, or you can buy 2 for $10. And that's just another quick idea. Use up your scraps. So that is that. Suzette wrote the pattern for us. I love it. Times are tough, pot holders. Or if you don't want to turn them into pot holders, you can just make this as a block and then put like a black inner sashing on it, like a 1/2 inch or 1 inch sashing around each of the blocks, and use up your scraps. We're all drowning in scraps. So another great idea for that. The other thing, I always like to show you guys what I'm working on, especially like over the weekend when I actually have time to work on things. And I'm going to visit my sister for Thanksgiving. So I always take handwork. I never really have time to do it, but in my head, I have less anxiety if I know I have handwork to do if I want it. So I've colored in a few of these. This is a panel that a lot of you guys have bought. If you haven't bought this panel yet and you want it, let me know and I'll show it. But so I've colored in the panel already had the line drawings, so I just colored it in. And now I will, this is with the colored pencils. So now I'll go ahead and I'll use the colorless extender jacquard, and I will paint on it to make the pencil secure, so it will not fade, and it just is what you need to. I don't really know why we use this, but you need to use it. I'm sure one of you guys knows exactly why we use it, and you can type that in so we are all a little bit more educated. So just something fun I'm getting done for the weekend. Okay, I'm going to read your guys' comments. Devin, you can put the thing here because we're done with
Yeah, switch everything to there.
okay, hang on a second. Okay, so I think that we are all set. I was trying to organize the patterns because we are going to we're going to do 3 shows this year, January and February, 3 back-to-back shows. So we're going to do Road to California, Phoenix, and then New Mexico. So I'm trying to get ahead of myself and organize the patterns and organize everything. So I did find a bunch of patterns that we are just going to do. I'm going to just scroll and do drawings. So they are Kathy Holden's Stitch Pink Project Pack. And in here you have a heart pillow. These were all made. I don't know if you guys remember Kathy Holden. She came to our retreat a couple years ago, but she did have cancer. So these are all different things that you could use, but you don't necessarily have to have cancer for these to be useful. So it was her Stitch Pink Project Pack, and it's got a heart pillow, Snuggles patchwork throw, seatbelt pad, and a folio for you to stay organized. So I've got a bunch of these, and I will just scroll down. Let's see. If you ever win something and you don't want it, let us know. And we will give it to somebody else because we do not want to clutter up your world. Okay, I've got Jennifer Evans, and I have here, can you count how many I have here? And then I'll just write their names on a paper. Okay, I've got Jennifer Evans, Susan Barclay, Brenda Yagi, Cindy Gygax, Peggy Driscoll, and hey Donna from Bishop, welcome. Okay, let's see. I've got terracotta. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you put in comments, then when we do drawings, you have more chances of winning a drawing. Okay, I have Jackie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more. I've got Mary Lou. And some of you might have already won one of these. So if you don't need it, let me know and we'll throw it back into the pot. Susan DeHunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one more, Carolyn Gavernich. Okay. I know I've got to I've got to clean up around here. Okay, so we are going to do a bunch of auctions momentarily. Let me get this out of the way. Now that Devin has figured out how to set me up to video myself, we might not ever see him again.
Oh, me?
Yeah, yeah, you. Okay, I did find this cute little pin cushion. It's in a shell. If you want it, just type in you want the pin cushion in a shell, and then we'll do a drawing if there's multiple ones of you. So many things we're finding here. Okay, like I just found my water lid I was looking for. Okay, let me get ready. Oh, here's another thing. If you guys want this, it is a Jewish candlestick. We have quite a few Jewish relics. So if you want that, let me know. Okay, Sharon Weber, you're the first. I'm just going to throw it in your box right now. If I could find your, here's your, ooh, looks like your box needs to be shipped. It's pretty full of treasures. Okay, I am going to start the auction. If there is anybody who is not familiar with our auction, all you have to do is to register is give us a call at the number scrolling at the bottom, 775-267-0204, and we will register you. We have lots of crazy things. We acquire things in different ways. We go to estate sales. Our customers have written into their wills to give us all of their treasures so that they don't go to the landfills, because a lot of their kids don't want things. So so that is Susan, your box is, I believe, one of the next ones to go. I think it's behind, it's over by the cash register. So I think Devin's getting ready to ship it. Okay, so I'm going to put this one up here. I'm going to move the cord out of the way. And okay, so we have I do have these if you want them. They were originally made for crystals. My girlfriend who sold crystals, she made little containers for them. But they'd be great for your rotary cutters. If you want these, just say you want them and we'll throw them in your basket. So lots of good giveaways today because we have got to clean up around here. Okay, I do have, and I haven't measured this, but we have 2 pieces of fleece. So I'm going to measure them real quick and then we can do the auction for the fleece. Okay, so the penguins is 2 yards of fleece, 2 yards of fleece of the penguins. And let's see what this is. And then I do have a box of old patterns, clothing patterns. If somebody, Brenda says it was like Christmas when she received her package. Well, I'm glad, Brenda. Oh, you had that quilt in it. Maybe on Wednesday. I think Wednesday we'll do samples. We'll auction off samples on Wednesday. Okay, so you've got 2 yards of the snowflake, 2 yards of the penguins, and the auction is just going to start at $20. So S37 is starting at $20. It is 4 yards of fleece. So 4 yards of fleece. S37 is starting at $20. The elephant quilt was adorable for sure. Terracotta, I hate to say this, because it's a heavy box. I'm not sure you want me to ship these to you, but I could save them for Reno because I love to save things. It is literally straight A-line and stretch and sew. It is gored skirts, A-line wrap skirts, sewing without pins for everyone. It is patterns galore. It is literally a whole box. So you might want to go through it and pick what you want, terracotta. And I can save it. I can throw it out in that new pod. I can throw it out in the pod and save it for Reno or for the I can save it for the retreat. You're going to the retreat in May. So I could save it for that if you want. Because it literally is this whole box of patterns. Like Color Me Beautiful, discover your natural beauty through color. Oh, which season are you? It is a whole I've gone through this and I thought it was all sewing stuff, but apparently it's not. There is one random book, Color Me Beautiful. But most of it is so much better. Sew News, Professional Secrets to Sewing Made Easy. So all the oldies but goodies. So I will put this aside, terracotta, and then you can let me know what you want me to do with it. S37 is at $20. I've lost those patterns from my mom. Candy, I have no idea what the May retreats are. The dates are. I want to say like don't start me. Oh, wait a second. I have my calendar. I can look that up. So here you've got 4 yards of fleece. 4 yards of fleece at $20. Okay, hang on a second. I'm looking at the May retreat. And if you're not in the May retreat already, it is full. It is very full. And I believe October might already, if October isn't full, it is almost full. Okay, hang on a second. I am not finding. I need to get a 2026 calendar. Okay, that's December, so 2026 should be right after it, but it is, don't ask me. I found it earlier. It was right. Oh, here it is. Okay. The May retreat, we do have a mini retreat, February 19th through the 23rd. No, 22nd. February 19th through the 22nd is our February mini retreat. The May retreat is May 3rd through the 8th. May 3rd through the 8th, Candy. God, that was so painful trying to find it. October retreat. The October retreat is, I believe, the 18th through the 20. Let me see, where is October? The 18th through the 23rd. 18th through the 23rd is the October retreat. Okay, Jennifer, let me write that down real quick. Okay. Okay. Let me find a scratch paper. Apparently those are really hard to come by around here. Okay, if you're new to watching and you want to bid on the auction, we've got 2 yards of penguin, 2 yards of snowflake fleece, and the auction is starting at $20. And paper. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to split that between Jenny and Riri. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. So that I don't have to go back and rewatch tonight. So hang on a second. What is the... Susan, I will put some of the the medium into your textile medium. I didn't show the thing, but I'll find you a bottle and throw it in. I think it's like $6 or something. Susan Barclay. Okay. And then yes, Mary Lou, it is a ton of traveling. January and February, we're going to be on the road for like literally, we're going to be on the road, I think, for 4 weeks. It sounded okay when we signed the paperwork, but now both Devin and I are like, oh my God, we don't want we're like dreading January. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy thing. Okay, I think I've got everybody. Oh, Jennifer, October retreat. And okay, perfect. I think I've got all your comments to now. Okay, so Jenny, you have won the fleece for $20. And let me pin this to this. Okay, let's see. We have so many things to auction, but we keep putting things on top of it, and then I don't know where to start. So let me grab some bags. This one I think we did last week, but nobody wanted it. There's nobody's name on it. So this is a random variety of flannel. So you've got at least 1 yard here, probably 1 yard here, and then 29 by 45 here, and then some random scraps. So S95, the auction is starting at $5 for a random variety of flannel. A random variety of flannel is starting at $5. And then the next little bit, we have some cute little buttons. I have a cute little, I'm going to kind of squeeze this up here. S95 is starting at $5. Then we have some cute little Christmassy buttons. So you've got snowflakes, pine cones. I'm going to get in real close so you can see those and see the size. And then we're just going to start this at, let's see, $3. SO4 is going to start at $3. SO4 is going to start at $3. S95 is at $5. There's 3 of you at $5 for the flannel. 3 of you at $5 for the flannel. And then we have a random. So we've got 3 of you for the flannel at $5. SO4 is for the buttons. And then we've got a kind of a fat quarter size of the moon and the sun and the Christmas trees. It is a gold metallic fat quarter size. And then you've got about a yard of this border print. So it's got the same, oh, there goes all my tags. So you've got cute little vines for the center of it. And then on one edge, you've got a border print of the snowman, very folk arty. And then the other side is the same. So it's 45 wide with the snowman and the little dolls. You've got a yard of that. Oops, let me fold it so you can see what the border print looks like. SO5 is at $6. The flannel is at $6. No takers for the buttons at $3. No takers for the cute little snowflake buttons, Christmas tree, and pine cone at $3 SO4. And then we have, here is some more flannel. So this is about a yard of green flannel. I'm going to throw this onto the flannel pile since that's still being bid on. And then this is another piece of that red. And it is very soft. I'm not sure that it's flannel. It's like between cotton and flannel. but it is very soft. So I'm going to throw that on the flannel pile too. So S95, the pile is getting bigger as I open up things. You guys are going to like kind of see it as I see it. S95 is at $6. You now have about a yard of this, about a yard of this, some leftovers cut into squares of the kind of camouflagey. You've got a fat quarter of butterflyish, about a yard of the orange flannel, another yard or so of the red, and then some yellow, kind of great for baby stuff. Kind of reminds me of pajamas I had at one point. S95 is at $6. There's Peggy did not mean 46. 95 is at $7. 95 is at $7. And then Ephraim, October retreat for terracotta. Whoa, oh shoot, my number. Devin, if you get a chance, can you come pick up all the numbers just fell on the floor. Okay, so we've got the flannel bundle. We've got the buttons at $3. And then we've got the Christmas folk arty fabrics here. And then we have a border print of houses. And it looks like, I know I always ask for everything to be measured for me. But it is a little over a yard and a half of this border print. So a little bit over a yard and a half of this cute little border print. S48. We're going to start this auction at, let's start this auction at $6. S48, this auction is starting at $6. And I don't think you guys want this, so unless you do want this, I think these were, if any of you do prairie points, these are great prairie points. Or you could make those pine cones. Remember when we did the pine cone ornaments and we had to fold all of our fabric like this? Okay, I'm going to do an auction with just these because it takes a special kind of person to want a whole new project. So if you want those, they're starting at $1. So the folded prairie points is starting at $1. And then I'm going to close some of these up so we can get prefix I'll take. I don't know what that means, Jenny. S48 is at $8. S95 for the flannel is at $8. And no takers for the buttons. Okay. The buttons at $3 for the snowflakes and $3 for the buttons, and there's no takers. And so I'm going to put those away. S48 is at $8. Get your final bids in. And then maybe I can get Devin to come right on these and take them away for me. Okay, no takers for S. Hey, Pam, it's good to see you. S04 for the buttons. I had no takers. S48 is at $12 for the Christmas fabrics. If you want the prairie points or what you used on those pine cones when we did those pine cones on styrofoam, S49 is $1. But these would be great to put kind of in your sashing or even as a binding on a small Christmassy project. S95. Evelyn says she'll take the buttons. Okay, Evelyn, I'm putting your name on them. Okay, 48 is at $12. 95 for that big pile of flannel is at $8. I'm going to put them into bags and get them out of my way because as soon as I said Devin could help me, he quickly took off in the opposite direction. Okay, so S95 for the big bag of flannel is going to, S95 is going to, let's see if we've got any. S95 is going to And if I get it wrong, let me know. But 95 looks like it is going to Jenny for $8. Jenny for $8. And then we have the Prairie Points and S48. S48 is going to Pam for $12. Pam for $12. And then we have Pam, I do have your quilt. I finished it this weekend. So if you want to pick it up tomorrow or sometime this week, that would be perfect. And is Peggy Cato on? I don't know that I saw Peggy, but if Peggy's on, say something, Peggy. Okay, the next thing we have is, it feels like maybe it's flannel. I was going to say it was cotton, but I don't think it, I think it is a flannel, but it has the glitter in it, which I've never seen the glitter in a flannel, but it's definitely flannel. And let's see how much is here. 1 yard. You've got about 2 yards of the glitter flannel. 2 yards of glitter flannel. 2 yards of glitter flannel. And I'm just going to put, we'll just start it at $8. 2 yards at $8 for the glitter flannel. S49. Okay, perfect, Pam. S49. I've got 2 of you at $1. Mary Lou and Elaine, I've got 2 of you at $1. S50 is for 2 yards of glitter flannel, which is kind of exciting. I've never seen glitter flannel. Okay, let's see. We have Caribbean medley. I have no idea. 8 fat quarters. Oh, we should have kept this in the, I should have folded these up pretty, because then you wouldn't be able to resist them. So it says 8 fat quarters. So let's just see. It was from Keepsake Quilting, 100% cotton fabrics. So I'm going to just flip through these real quick so you can see the fat quarters. It's the Caribbean medley. So very fun if you're doing like an oceany landscape or really anything. But if you need to beef up your batik selection, this would be great for that. So I'm just going to do this auction at, let's see. I don't know if I'm like showing you the same ones I've already showed you. Anyways, something like this. There's 8 fat quarters. So we'll just start this auction at $20. So that is, I don't know, if it was in the shop, it would literally be 8 times 4 is 32, 30, like $36 if you got this fat quarter bundle in the shop. S112 is at $20. S112 is at $20. S112 is at $20. And oops, I'm stuck to that. The tape. Okay, let's see. S49 is at $2. The Prairie Points are at $2. The glitter flannel, there's no takers. There's 2 yards, and we started the auction at $8. So 2 yards of glitter flannel. S112, there's 2 of you at $20. The Prairie Points are at $2. Get your final bids in so we can close these up. And then I have 7 fat quarters here. 7 fat quarters. S112 for the batiks. There's 2 of you at $20. Here's another bundle of batiks. So if you need to beef up your tans and grays. That's a good collection. Let's see, we'll just start this at $15. S22, the auction is starting at $15, and that is for 7 fat quarters. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. Sometimes I got to double check the math, make sure it's right. 112 for the Batik fat quarters is at $25. And the Prairie Points, gosh, no bidders for the glitter flannel. That's kind of shocking. Well, you know me, I think glitter makes everything better. Evelyn says she was working and trying to listen. There's a couple of you that are at work. I won't mention any names, but I am really grateful that you guys are faithful followers. Okay, Mary Lou for $2. Mary Lou, we've had to make your box in a different location because it won't fit up on top of the shelf. Those yarns, they're so bulky. But I have boxes and boxes and boxes of yarns. So we'll be showing you those soon. So use up your yarns, Mary Lou, so you can buy more. S50 for 2 yards of glitter flannel, $8. No takers. Okay, I'm gonna use it in something fabulous, and then you guys will be like, oh, I should have got that. Okay. What else do we want in this crazy box of ours? Japanese maple something. Okay, S22 for the 7 fat quarters, that's still on the table. S112 is at $25 for the 8 fat quarters. S112 is at $8 for the fat quarters. And then we have S46. The auction is starting at $4. And it says Japanese maple starter kit, $5.50. It was originally paid for 24 6-inch squares plus the pattern. So there is a pattern here, and then it looks like she took out of her stash and made more 6-inch squares so she could make the quilt bigger. So you've got all these 6-inch squares, and then you've got the 24 Japanese maple starter kit that came, and you've got the pattern in there. S46 is going to start at $4. So if you need a new project for Christmas time or winter, this might be a great time. S46 is starting at $4. And then Evelyn for $25. And let me put this aside. So remember that Monday or on Wednesday for Thanksgiving, I think we're going to auction samples so that you can get ready for Christmas. So we're going to be auctioning a lot of samples on Wednesday. Okay, let's see here. S46 is at $7. 46 is at $7. S22, no takers for these fun. You just never know. I like to use these lighter ones as backgrounds and then do applique on top of them. But browns and greens, 7 fat quarters. So that makes it $2 and I don't know, 20 cents or something a fat quarter. So $2 a fat quarter almost. That's kind of unheard of. S22 is starting at $15. S46 is at $10 for the squares. S46, I'm going to send all these home with Phyllis and tell her to cut them into 6-inch squares because then you guys will go crazy for them. S46 is at $10. 46 is at $10. And then we have a fruits and vegetables bag, I guess. So you have about a half yard of peppers, probably a half yard of fruits, fat quarter-ish of apples, some onions, maybe like a fat quarter-ish, some cucumbers. I haven't seen cucumbers before. And then mushrooms. So a variety of fruits and vegetables. And we're just going to start that at S18. We're going to start at $8. S18, we're going to start at $8. You've got at least about a third of a yard of the peppers, almost a half yard of the fruits, and then about a quarter yard of mushrooms, fat quarter-ish of cucumbers, fat quarter of onions, and about a fat quarter of apple pie. S18 is starting at $8. Oh, it might be zucchini. Yeah, it definitely could be zucchini. I believe you are correct. Obviously, I'm not a vegetable person. To me, they kind of look like pre-pickles. But they could be zucchini for sure. Okay, S18 is at $8. S18 is at $8. It's at $12. S18 is at $12. No takers for 12. Oh, Phyllis is on her way to San Diego to visit her grandkids. Oh, well, drive safe, Bill. Okay, no takers for 22. And let's see. 18 is at $12. 46 is at $10. $10 for the 6-inch squares. $10 for the 6-inch squares. And oh, here is a kit. We're going to do this as a kit because a lot of Joyce's projects were kitted, bagged up like this. So she would get the pattern, the batting, everything she needed for this project, and then she'd keep it together. So this probably was going to be her micro safe bowls, maybe. But it feels like you've got, this might be a fat quarter, but this is definitely a half yard. So you've got a fat quarter, a half yard. You've got probably these two feel like half yards. And then, oh my God, this is cute. Half yard. So I'm guessing you probably have half yard, half yard, half yard, half yard, and a fat quarter. Yeah, this is definitely not a half yard. So fat quarter of this one. Then you've got some white fabric here. I'm not sure what for. And then you've got some batting. I'm guessing it's the cotton batting. No. So I'm going to say, I don't know if she realized, but this has fusible on it, which is like a polyester. So it cannot be put in the microwave. So why this is together is beyond me. So do not put this in the microwave. If you buy this auction, this is a fusible fleece. It cannot go in the microwave. But you do get the pattern to make micro-safe hot holders. So that is in this bundle, and this is in it also. Kind of crazy. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 yards of fabric, 2¼ yards of fabric, a pattern, and some not microwavable safe fabric. So I'm going to just put $10 on the 106. On 106, the auction is starting at $10. S46, we have not had any more bids. So 46 is going to go to Sharon for $10. Sharon for $10. And then we have S18 is for the fruits and vegetables. S18 is for the fruits and vegetables. And we've got Evelyn at $12. So Evelyn at $12 for S18. S106 is at $12. And then 107. Oh, she bought this panel from us along. I had a cute pillow I made with this. Okay, this we're going to start at $10 because literally I could sell it in the shop for $12 today or $14. Okay, hang on. Oh, hang on. I don't know how to make me. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I don't know how to make me not upside down. Okay, so this is the panel. A very cute Dan Morris for Quilting Treasures panel. So if you're into Western, super cute. The auction S107 is going to start at $10. S107 is going to start at $10. And what I did is I cut each of these squares out, and then I fused them onto a piece of jean fabric, and then I just buttonhole stitched around them. It was super cute. So out of this, you could definitely make like 2 pillows. But you could do coasters. You could do all kinds of fun things. The artwork is just fantastic. S107, the auction is starting at $10. S107, the auction is starting at $10. S107. Is Peggy Cato on by chance? S107. It looks like there's 3 of you at $10. 3 of you at $10. And I'm going to flip this back around so you can see what's on the table. S18 is at $15. S18 is at $15. 106 is at $12, I believe. 106 is at $12. 107 for the horse Western panel is also at $12. Okay, I'm going to clean some of these up because I think we're done. Jackie is at 15. And I think Devin might have just oh, you've got stuff in your basket, Jackie. I thought Devin had just sent yours and Candy's basket out. But maybe he did and you've already got more stuff in it. Who knows? So I'll have him ship that out. 106 is at $12. 106 is at $12. And that is for 2¼ yards of fabric at least, plus some fusible fleece and the cute hot micro-safe hot holders. So kind of like a microwavable bowl, but a little bit more sturdy, it looks like. But it is a bowl you could also just put your apples in. So it's a cute bowl, but if you put the right batting inside of it, 100% cotton, it cannot have any scrim because the scrim is polyester. And believe me, it will send sparks in your microwave. I know from experience. So do not put anything with polyester into your microwaves. Okay. I think so, Candy. There's more stuff for you girls. Okay, 106 is Sharon for $12. Sharon for $12. S107 is at $12 for the panel. The panel's at $12. And let's see what else is under here. 107 is at, oh, indeed, we just divided up the box that recently arrived. Oh, Devin should have put it in a bag or something to separate it so that you guys know. For Candy and Jackie.
They are in separate bags.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here is a box of red fabrics. So if you need to build up your stash, this piece to me is not necessarily, it's got kind of a rougher feel to it. So I would say craft quality. This is some of the sought after rock candy. We did a whole quilt with that. Loved it. So you got a little piece of rock candy here. You've got about 1/3 of a yard plus this piece. You've got some Laura Heine fabrics there. You've got some scraps. So this is great with the scrappy tape. I'll do a demo. I did scrappy tape with hearts. Here's about a fat 1/4-ish of heart fabric, and then some more hearts. And then you've got some pinks here. So let's see, there is a tag in here. Oh, wait a second. This one looks like it was being re-auctioned, except for that when I pulled the tag out, it has Victor's name on it. So I think Victor's box was overflowing and the girl's cleaning up. Here, that is Victor's for $5. I think when the girls were cleaning up, they were just throwing stuff in the boxes and they didn't realize that one of the boxes actually belonged to Victor. Okay. It was in bags, but we were. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Phyllis, you do not need to rewatch later. Unless you want to. If you're going to rewatch something, I would say rewatch Quilt Show Reno, the teachers today. Okay, so you've got a random bag. This is beef up your stash if you're running low. I mean, this piece of black alone is worth buying the whole bag for. But if you want to do kind of a modern quilt and you want solids, this is a great way to beef up your stash, except for you do have some brown polka dots in here. So I'm going to say just a random. Victor, this is yours too. I think they really did take your box. Your box was so big that I had it in a big white plastic tub. And I think they didn't realize that was, I don't think they realized that was what was happening. Okay. Oh, goodness. Well, you know, I love to sell things twice. We kind of joke about that in the store when people forget to take stuff. Okay, this looks like it's going to be very cute. Climbing for floral table runner. I don't know if you can see how cute that is, or if you can see that the fabrics are actually what's in the kit. So you're getting the directions. It's a great stash buster pattern, but you're also getting the actual fabrics. So you've got, this is probably that main focal print there, just because you have so much of it. And then in here, it looks like a 1/4 yard of each of these prints. So it looks like about a 1/4 yard of each of the floral prints. So it's going to look exactly like the picture because it is exactly that. So you've got all these fabrics. We're just going to start this at $15. It's a complete table runner quilt kit. So you do have a 1/4 yard, 1/4 yard, 1/4 yard, 1/4 yard, 1/4 yard. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you've got a 1/4 yard of each of those, and then 1 yard for the binding and the backing. So it includes your backing also. So total coordinated fabric kit, you're going to make this table runner right here. This table runner right here. S109 is starting at $15. 109 is, oh, I am, how did I get upside down again? Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I got upside down. Here, I'm just going to turn this way, okay? Then I'll be right side up. 107. Well, Devin will have to ship Victor's more frequently because his box is already full again. Victor is never in a rush, thank goodness. Okay, let's see. S109 is starting at $15 for that table runner. And then 107 is going to go to, 107 is Elaine for $12. Elaine for $12. And let me make sure this doesn't have Victor's name on it. Oh, you know, I know exactly what they did. Victor's stuff is at the bottom, and they just added to it. They just added all the new auctions on top of Victor's stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right, Victor, you've got a big box coming to you soon. As in tomorrow, I'm going to have Devin. Tomorrow I'm going to have Devin ship this because this is crazy. Okay, S109 is on the table. S109 for this adorable table runner. So this is what it's going to look like. I don't know if you guys can see that. Everything you need, backing and binding, is included. These are the fabrics. So kind of a neutral palette. S109. And then here is another scrap bag that does not have Victor's name on it. So you're going to get a variety of pinks and purples and oranges mostly. Some of it is not quilting fabric, although you can quilt with anything. This is kind of heavier, like a lightweight denim, this pink. So it is a variety of scraps. And that was kind of a pretty, like, batik-y fabric, but it does feel kind of thinner, but it is beautiful. This scrap bag, S134, is starting at $2. 134 is starting at $2. 134 starting at $2 for those scraps. I can't believe it. No takers for the table runner. Okay, the table runner is going to have to go for another day. Let's see. I think in this bucket that I thought I had already, I think it's mostly Victor's stuff. So I'm going to have to move to the next. I'm going to have to move to the next bucket because I do not want to give any of Victor's stuff away. Okay, let's see what we, oh, okay. Here is a fun plastic canvas Christmas tin. So includes 10 and the 10 count plastic canvas, yarn, needle, chart, and complete instructions to do this cute little nutcracker. Gracie is a nutcracker collector, so maybe Devin should make this for her. But you've got the tin, and then if you make cookies, you can do the cute little artwork. It would also be great, I think, if you've got a grandkid. So let's see why I'm getting there you go. So it includes the directions, the yarns, everything you need to make this cute little nutcracker. And the tin is included as, I don't know what that was for. Okay, S55, we're just going to start it at $5. S55, we're going to start at $5. S55, we're going to start at $5. The table runner, Lynn says she'll take the table runner. Oh, that was the 15. That was this $15. Okay, Lynn, Susan B. And then I'll have Devin throw this on your pile over there so it goes out with your shipment. Okay. S55 is at $5. And then here's some squares. You guys like squares. This is right up Sharon Weber's alley. S34 is 5-inch squares. So you've got fall chickens, kind of a fall. Oh, looks like fall, but then it goes into Christmas. So 5-inch squares. You could always do disappearing 9 patches, quilt together a 9 patch and then cut it, and you can make disappearing 9 patches. If you need a demo on disappearing 9 patches, let me know. They go together so quick and easy, and it's always fun to see how they turn out. S34 is starting at $4. S34 is starting at $4 for those 5-inch squares. And then let's see, Mary Lou for $2 for the scraps. Mary Lou. And then we have, so we have the tin on the table. the 10 with the needle point, it looks like it would go together very fast. I would have loved when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15-ish. I would have loved doing that kind of a thing and then making cookies and giving them away. Well, it's right up my alley back in the day. Okay. S34 is at $6. S34 is at $6 for the squares. S34, it's at $7. The squares are at $7. Lost column, going to punch out and in. Okay, Jenny. Okay, the squares are at $7. I've got another bundle of squares, S33, and it's got kind of summery floral up. You got some St. Patrick's Day, some kids, juveniles. So all kinds of variety of 5-inch squares. Bunch of different variety of 5-inch squares. S33 is starting at $4. S33 is starting at $4. S34 is Mary Lou for $7. And you still have the 10 on the table for $5. Mary Lou for $7. Okay. Let's see what else we have in here. I do have 3 of these panels. So it's not an auction. It's just first 3 who want them. The first 3 who want this panel, it's S35. They're $5 a panel. So you get the raw, what is that? What is that bird? A cardinal. Sorry. I was going to say a robin, but I knew it wasn't right. So it's a cardinal and then 2 other birds. So winter, it'd be great for a tote bag, or it would be great for pillows or even gift bags. So we have 3 of these panels. They're $5 a piece. S35, 3 of these panels, and they're $35 a piece. S35, I have 3 of those. S33, we have Riri on YouTube. Riri on YouTube at $4. Okay, I've got Carolyn, Elaine, and one more person. I got 1 more of these panels. So if you want the bird panels, I will take that. I think that's Evelyn. Okay, I think that's all 3. Evelyn. I will take that. Okay, let's see here. We do still have this Nutcracker 10. If it has all the things to do the needle point, and then it also has the 10 there. S55 is starting at $5. S55 is starting at $5. S33 is at $4 on YouTube. S33 is at $4 on YouTube. S33 for the 5-inch squares is at $4 on YouTube. S55, Sharon Weber for $5. Sharon Weber for $5. Well, we can definitely keep you busy. Devin, can you find me in this mess of a pile? Oh, never mind. I found it. I needed tape. Okay. I do have a free, well, maybe we need to auction it because I think you're all going to want this. Okay. Hang on. I think you'll fight over this if I do it for free. It is a lighted pop-up magnifier, LED light, 2 times magnification, mighty bright light. It is lens retracts into compact protective case, bright white energy efficient LED, durable LED, lasts 100,000 hours. 2 AAA batteries are included. Okay, I'm just going to start this auction at $3. So it fits into your purse. I believe the magnifier goes into there, so it's compact for you to put in your purse. S56, pop-up magnifier, LED light, 2 times the magnification. S56 is at $3. Maybe I should save that for myself because I can guarantee you my eyes are just not what they used to be. S33 is at $6. S33 is at $6 for the charm pack. S33 is at $6. And then we have some. Oh, so we did these stockings. So if you want to make stockings, whether you're making them for people who need them or for your kids, your grandkids, or whatnot. So we put these together. S101. I'm going to start the auction at $3. S101, the auction is going to start at $3. So you have to use fabric from your stash for the backing, or you can use this is the back and this is the front. So you've got the same back, same front, makes one stocking. And then you've got, this is the same too. So you've got, oh, it actually is a front and a back. So that's the back of the snowman and that's the front of the snowman. So you've got the back of the snowman, the front of the snowman. You've got 2 matching stockings. 2 matching stockings. S101 is starting at $3. S101 is starting at $3. And you've got 2 of my priceless safety pins in here. If you've been to Fabric Chicks, you know that safety pins are hard to come by. Okay, I'm going to close up S33, get that out of the way. S33 is Mary Lou for $6. Mary Lou for $6. And then we've got S56 is still on the table, the LED light and magnifier, and the set of 2 stockings. You've got 2 stockings here. S101 is at $5. S101 is at $5. That makes 2 stockings. S56 is at $6. The magnifier is at $6. And then I do have another set of stockings. So I think the way they're pinned, these must be the same thing. And I'm just going to start it at $5 since I think we're at $5 for the other ones. So this has they are folded differently. Okay, so you have, oh, this might, I don't know, this might be different. These are like a different flannelly fabric. So you've got 2 of the St. Nick, 2 of the St. Nick, and then you've got, so these 2 are the same, 1, 2, and then you've got a third one, say 3 St. Nick, kind of a flannelly fabric, but you don't have a backing. So you've got to supply your own backing, but you do have 3 fronts. So I'm going to just make this, we're going to start it at $3 since there's only 3 of them. S57 is starting at $3. 56 for the light is at $7 on YouTube. The light is at $7 on YouTube. This auction is going to go to Jackie for $5. And then S57 is starting at $3. S57, and you've got 3 St. Nick stockings. They're all facing the same way, so you've got to use your own fabric for the backings. Your own fabric for the backings. S57 is starting at $3. 57 is starting at $3. I do have a twin fitted sheet here for $1. S19. S19 is a twin fitted sheet, light, like eggshell color, twin fitted sheet. Looks like it is new. S19 is starting at $1. You actually could use this if you needed muslin. You could use this instead of muslin to build like if you're doing a Laura Heine collage and you need to build on something, you could use this instead of muslin. S19 is starting at $1. S19 is at $1. S57 is at $4. S57 for the 3 stockings is at $4. And then S56 is for the light. And I believe we have Riri at $7. Riri at $7. Okay, then what do we have next? Riri, I did find a box to fit your stuff, so Devin will ship that tomorrow. Okay, S57 is at $7 for the 3 stockings. S19 is at $2 for the sheet, but you can use it as muslin. It's at $2. S19 is at $2. And then that is another one of Victor's. S12. You've got Dinosaur. I'm going to say it is not my favorite feeling fabric. More of maybe like a Joann's fabric, but super cute with all the different dinosaurs. And I'm going to say you've got a yard of the blocks, and a couple of yards of the backing fabric, I would say, or maybe you could use it for borders and backing. Hang on a second. It's folded weird. 1, 2, 3, 2.5-ish. A little bit more than 2.5 yards of the Go With It dinosaur. About 2.5 yards. Okay, Evelyn, don't worry, I'll fix it. Okay, thank God Jackie's looking out for you. Okay, so 2.5 yards of the Go With It fabric. 2.5 yards. So if you're doing community quilts, it's perfect for that. So you've got the blocks and the Go With It fabric. And we're just going to start this at $5. So you have 1 yard of the blocks, 2.5 of the Go With It's. And then I'm going to close this up to make more room. S57 is at $5, it looks like. S57 is at $5 to Evelyn. Evelyn, $5. God, I was going to put $5 on it to begin with. And then I was like, oh, I got to start low so you'll bid on it. Okay. S19 is $3 to Mary Lou. $3. And then 100 is at $7. S100 is at $7. And then I do have in this craziness. Okay, I do have oh, these ones are no, they're not. I don't know why they separated these like they did. Okay, let's see. I have 2 more stockings. So this is a teddy bear, no backing. So you have to provide your own backing for your stocking, but stockings are pretty easy to make. And then a winter scene. So the winter scene, and there's 2 of them. So I'm just going to say S97, $2. S97 starting at $2 for the 2. So you've got the winter scene, and then you've got the cute teddy bear in a box. And then S100 is at $12. 100 is at $12. S100 is at $12. And I'm not sure about that. Okay, I do have some eyeglasses, or you could use them to put your rotary cutters in. Hang on a second. There's a pair of latex gloves in there. You never know when you're going to need those. You never know what you're going to find in those. I'm going to leave them for you. Could be treasures. Could be like where $100 bills are. OMG! I was just joking, but there really was. Look, Devin, there was $20 in there. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep the $20, but you can have the latex gloves. You got to look in everything around here. Something in here. A container for your used rotary cutters in here. So I'm guessing that she put her rotary cutter in here to store it. Okay, so we do have 4 used eyeglass or tool holders. If you want one, just type which one you want, and I will throw those in your baskets for free. So we have a red leather, we have a black and orange, we have a floral one, and we've got kind of a creamy floral. So if you want those, just type them into your thing. We'll get those into your baskets. S100. Jenny is the orange and black one. I need more scratch paper, obviously. Where's Doris when I need her? She always stocks me up on. Jenny got it. Sorry, Brenda. Jenny is very fast. Okay. S97 creamy floral is Riri. Oh, creamy floral. Okay, Riri is the creamy floral. It comes with a container for your used rotary blades. Carolyn. You know who I haven't seen lately is Sue Cobe. Carolyn. Okay. Okay, there's still a floral one. If anybody wants this floral one, I have been throwing stuff like this out on the shelf. We put a shelf out on the side of the shop so that it's always got freebies out there. But I hate to throw anything out there this time of year because of the weather. Okay, back to the auction. 100 S100 Peggy. 100 is at $12. So it's on Facebook at $12. 100. Sharon, you're still at $12. Sharon's still at $12 for the dinosaurs. S97 is at $4. 97 is at $4. S97 is at $4 going to Jennifer. Okay. S100 is at $13. The dinosaurs are at $13, although Sharon did put in $15. So $15 for the dinosaurs. $15 for the dinosaurs. Sharon wants to make sure she doesn't miss those. Okay, here are matching Santa Clauses. So you have 2 of these stockings. 2 of those stockings. The auction is going to start at $2. S40, the auction is going to start at $2. S40, this auction is going to start at $40 for well, you can't put them together because one would be going the wrong direction. So you have to use your own backing fabric. But you don't really see the back anyways because it's against the chimney or the wall. S40 is at S40 is at $5. S100 is at $15. Going once, going twice. Get your final bids in. Gosh, I wish I was a collector of baskets because there's so many baskets here. Okay, S100 is Sharon for $15. So I'm going to show you, if you want the basket, just if you win it and you want the basket, just say you want the basket. I really do wish, did I forget? Oh, it didn't stick on it. Okay. I really do wish I collected baskets. I love baskets, but I've just never started a collection. So I might have to. Me too, Victor. I always use my own backing for stockings. That way I've got double the stockings. Gosh, now that I know Joyce hid money in her eyeglass cases, now I got to look in like her pants pockets and everywhere. Oh gosh, it's like my kids have the same problem. They're going to find money all kinds of random places. Actually, I'm going to take that $20 and give it to her son when I go back to see him, because he probably could use the $20 for gas. Okay, so this basket has patterns. So you've got some patterns in here. You've got some yarns. I'm not sure what this was for, but I love it. I dig it. I could use it somewhere. It's like jeans, but the edges of it, I don't know. It'd be a good texture. Okay. Then it looks like we've got something started here. I don't know. You could maybe stitch these together and have a yellow scarf. I don't know. But you've got the needle. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I'm going to show you what I think it was supposed to be. OMG. Look at how cute that blanket is. So I'm sure that's the start of that blanket, and the yarns are in here. So it's a start of a project in that bag. So this is all going to whoever wants to bid on this. Here's some pink. Here's a really big mess, in my opinion. But what do I think it's already knitted into something. Like how this was all stored at her house and there's like not mice in it is beyond me. Okay, hang on a second. This would be great texture for something. Okay, so you've got another something started here. I'm not sure what, but it's already been crocheted, or, you know, I'm not a crocheter or a knitter, so I have no idea what, but something fabulous was started here. If you're new to watching and you wonder what all these treasures are, we are helping our customers. Their kids really don't want their sewing stuff. And so we're rescuing it for them and making sure stuff doesn't go, into the landfills. Well, that looks like the webbing for duffel bags, the key accessory for this quality product, 2 grommets, a yard and a half of nylon cord, and a half yard of 1 3/4 inch nylon webbing, all in there, I believe. Then you've got some more yarns, and it looks like, I mean, I got to dig now because I don't want to be giving away $20 bills. Here's another, a pair of scissors, detail craft scissors, and little booties. Oh my God, look how cute those are. So, you've got 2 of them already made. Look at how adorable that is. 2 little booties. And in here, probably the start of, here's all the yarn, but it looks like you've got, the baby blanket looks like it's, oh, no, see, it's right, they're right here. You can see where they left off. So it's almost finished baby blanket and all the stuff down there. So I don't know how I'm ever going to get this all back into this basket. If you bid on this and you want the basket, just let us know and we will make sure it all stays together. Otherwise, we will put it into a different box for you. So this auction is S99, $5. S99 for $5 for this basket. If you want the basket, just say you want the basket and we'll throw it in with the auction. Okay, I'm going to close this up. S40. I remember embroidering and joining squares like that had been donated to our Stitches group at a previous church. It was really cute when it was finished. Well, Barb, it's you could always do this again. You could rescue Joyce's project so it doesn't go to the landfill. S40 is Victor for $5. S40 that for the stockings is Victor for $5. Victor for $5. S99, $5, but let me think about it. So I've got Victor and Jenny at $5. Victor and Jenny at $5. Victor and Jenny at $5. And let's see, what else do I have here? I need to measure that. I've got quite a bit of yardage of this cute little bumblebee bear. So I'm just going to do $4 a yard. So quite a bit of yardage for this bumblebee. Let's see, what did I do with my camera? Okay, so bumblebee, quite a bit of yardage. $4 a yard. S41, $4 a yard for the bumblebee fabric. S99. Victor said you can have it for $5, Jenny. How does he know nobody else is going to bid on it already? Okay, Jenny for $5. Devin's going to love shipping that with the basket. S41 is it's just yardage, $4 a yard. So not an auction. Anybody who wants this, there's plenty. S41 is $4 a yard. And let me get this out of the way. Monday or Wednesday, we probably will show Tim Holtz fabrics because we did get his next colorway in. Devin, you're going to find, I think we still have some of Barb's moving boxes. You're going to need that for Jenny's basket. S41, it's definitely going to cost to mail. S41, I've got Beverly Ann 1 yard and Evelyn 1 yard. All right, we've got several yards on here. So if you want S41, you can just say how much you want and we'll get it into your baskets. If you're new to watching, if anybody wants this, it's free. It's a Jewish candlestick holder. It still has some wax on it from the last time it was used. But if you want it, I do think it is bronze or copper or something. Or if you know any Jewish friends or something. Evelyn wants 5 yards. 40. S40. 5 yards. Okay, I think that's it. That's probably all there is on there, if that. Okay. I got you, Evelyn. I know what you mean. Okay, here is another stocking. Oh, I don't know why she didn't put all the matching stockings together. Anyways, here is 2 more of the cute little teddy bears. S96, $2. S96, the auction is starting at $2. And then here is the last of the stockings, I believe. So if you're new to watching and you want to bid on anything, all you have to do is, if you're new to watching and you want to bid on anything, all you have to do is type S and the number, so S and 96. This is an auction, so this is a little bit different than when we're selling regular product from our store. And so here's 2 of the winter scenes. S98, $2. If you're doing boutiques, these would be fast and easy to make. for sale. S98 is starting at $2. S98 is starting at $2. S96 is starting at $2 also. S96. S96 is at $4. S96 is at $4. And then 98, no bidders on 98 yet. Okay, let me get my camera. Uh-oh, Devin. My camera went black. Can you fix it? Okay, hang on a second. My camera went black, so Devin's coming to the rescue momentarily. So if you're new to watching and you want to bid on anything, all you have to do is comment S is the number, and then whatever you would like to bid on, and how much you would like to pay. Okay, let me put this back to this. Those are the two auctions on the table right now. Oh, it looks like we've got some panels. No. Okay, here is a yard and a half. I think it's like a table cover or something. It's kind of plasticky. I don't really know what it is, but it's S151 for 25 cents. It does measure to be a yard and a half. So if you want some weird plasticky random stuff, S151 is starting at 25 cents. I would cover a table and then paint on top of it. That's what it feels like to me, but I don't know. You guys might know. All right, S98 is at $5. S98 is at $5. 96 is at $6. Get your final bids in on those. Let's see. Well, this makes this box really easy because it's literally all Victor's box. Okay, if you're doing sweatshirt quilts, it looks like these are brand new sweatshirt quilts. I mean, sweatshirt jackets. What I love here, let me show you. What I love about this one is I've never seen a sweatshirt that is like a jacket. So if you're, we take these and we open the sides up and then we put patchwork on it or crazy quilt it or whatever your heart desires. So you don't have to necessarily leave it like this. This is a size medium. So you can see if I put it over to one shoulder, it's not going to hit my other shoulder because I'm kind of like an extra large. So it is pretty accurate to a medium, I think. Very cute. Hang on a second. So let me turn it down so you can really see it. And let me get this one out from under my arm. So a brand new sweatshirt that you can turn into a quilted jacket. And it's a fun design. You don't really see sweatshirts like this very often. So you have a medium one of these, and then we have a small in the regular. So a small in the regular, and then a medium in the pink. And I'm just going to combine these. So if you're a small, you could probably go wear both of them. If you're a medium, you can probably only wear the pink one. But when you cut it up, who knows? S42, let's just start this auction at $5. S42 for both of the sweatshirts is going to start at $5. It's definitely too small for me, Jenny. Yes, if I auctioned your box, there would be a lot less to ship to you, Victor. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't know what I keep touching when it says something went wrong. Okay. Good thing Devin's not going far. Devin is going to fix the other camera because I keep touching something. I'm not sure what. Okay. S151 is going to go to Jenny for 25 cents. And then S42, we've got $10. Sharon's at $10. So Jennifer, if you want to go more than $10 for those two, Sharon is at $10. S98 is Victor for $5. Victor for $5. And S96 is, you know what happened, Victor, is the ladies, when they come in on Thursday, they love to organize. So you're experiencing my life. They often like to organize my personal stuff. And granted, my personal stuff shouldn't really be all over the shop because it's really hard to know what is my personal stuff and what is not. But sometimes I go to find something and it's super organized in a totally different place. So I'm sure that's what happened is they just put your box with the auction stuff because they didn't look at it to see that your name was already on everything. S96, it looks like Evelyn for $6. And S42, here, I'm going to switch over to this camera. S42, Sharon is at $10. And Jennifer, are you thinking about whether you want to outbid her or not? 2 sweatshirts on the table right now. We got 2 sweatshirts on the table. Here is another. Oh, this is the same. So we have 2 of these fat quarter bundles. So if you want to bid on these fat quarter bundles, there's 7 there. Here, I'm just going to do $2 a piece. So $14. They were $15 and nobody bid on them. But if you want to bid on those, S23, $14 a piece. $14 a piece if you want to bid on the 7 fat quarters we showed earlier. So kind of some neutrals. And S23, $14, 7 fat quarters. Okay, Sharon. Okay. Here is oh my God, this is beautiful. So this is 26-inch strips. And it has the pattern for window panes right there. So you've got the pattern for the window panes. So these 6-inch batiks make this quilt, which will finish at 46 by 67. So a big quilt. It was originally priced $50.99. So $50.99 for the Tonga treats. And let's see, let's do 50. Let's start that at $25. So 50% off. It includes the 6-inch strips and the pattern. S43 is starting at $25. 43 is starting at $25. Evelyn, I do not think you can bid below the starting price. S23 is starting at $14. When you see these in person, Evelyn, when you come to pick up your basket, they're going to be in the $12.99 for 4 fat quarter bin, and you're going to be like, oh, these are so cute, and you're going to pick them up and buy them. S23 is starting at $14. S43 for the 6-inch batiks are starting at $25. There's 2 of you at $25. S43, there's 2 of you at $25. And sometimes I wonder how stuff gets thrown in my auction stuff. I try to be so careful so it's organized. Oh, here is something. Okay, if you want Here, I'm going to auction all these basketball ribbons. There's a billion basketball ribbons here. You can actually use the reverse side if you want to, but they are cut into like, I don't know, 18-inch strips probably. So clearinghouse, because we got to move on. I need to make space. So you've got all the basketball ribbon S44, and we're going to start that at $1. S44 is going to start at $1. S43 is at $27. The Tonga Batiks with the pattern is at $25. Victor said he made key fobs with the ribbons. If you don't belong to Fabric Chick Stitch Along, you can ask to join, and that has where you can post. All of the people who have joined Fabric Chick Stitch Along can post at any time their projects they're working on or the projects they finished. So, so Victor just did a bunch of key fobs and posted it. Okay, this is La Tour Eiffel. So it is the Eiffel Tower, 50 by 60, and I'm going to say that you trace it onto Steam a Seam or your favorite fusible. So it's just a great big pattern for the Eiffel Tower. A great big pattern for the Eiffel Tower. If you want it, it has already been used, but all you need is the pattern. So if you want the Eiffel Tower pattern, just type in that you want the Eiffel Tower pattern, and we'll give it to you for free. If there's too many of you that put your names in, we'll do a drawing for it. So let me know if you want the Eiffel Tower, and we'll throw that in your basket. S44 for the ribbons is at $2. S44 for the ribbon is at $2. No takers for the fat quarter bundle. And then the 6-inch squares are at $32. $32 for the 6-inch Tonga treats and pattern. Okay. Victor wants this. Okay. Gosh, we're really trying to clean it. Okay. And then 44 is Victor for $2. And let me throw that in a bag so I don't lose it. Okay. Here is for the tennis players in the world. For the tennis players in the world, I have a ton of pink ribbon. You can't really use the back side because it does. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see the tennis rackets through it. So you really do kind of want to play tennis, I'm thinking. But if you want that, if you want this tennis ribbon, just type in that you want the tennis ribbon and it's yours for free. And there is some baseball fabric thrown in there also. So tennis and baseball for free, whoever wants it. Happy Thanksgiving, Elaine. We'll see you Wednesday, or we'll see you whenever. After the holidays. You have a great Thanksgiving also. Okay. No takers for the tennis ribbon. I'm going to throw it in with Victor's. Okay, remember that Wednesday we are going to do sample sale. So join us on Wednesday. It'll just be auction and fun. Okay, so S43, no takers on this one. That's crazy. Okay. S43, and I'm going to try to do another demo. Evelyn 32. I'm going to try to do another demo on Wednesdays because we do have so much auction stuff to go through, like as in like a whole pod of stuff. we really do have to find an additional day to do it, but I'm not sure when because we got a lot going on. But I am going to try to do demos every time we go live, just to inspire you to do things. So that's all we have for today. I've got to take Devin to the gym. It's leg day, and I've got to go upstairs and long arm quilt still tonight. So we will. Victor is definitely frugal. I wouldn't say he's necessarily cheap because if he wants something, he's going to pay the price. But he is definitely frugal, Susan. I think you're correct. So that's all we have for today. We will see you guys on Wednesday at 4:00. Have a great night. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye. 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 Bye.